Sometimes when you're burning wood, you come across something like this. Now to me, this piece of wood is way too nice to burn. See all that figure in there, that ripple? I'm going to make something out of this. I'm going to make something out of this for my lady for Valentine's Day is what I'm going to do. Alright, watch me make it. See if you can guess what it is. So what we have here is a piece of nice figured curly birch. You can see the bark still on it there. And I expect that these two pieces I've saved out have been here all season. I saved them out of the wood pile early on, and my lady was kind of grumbling about how we've been working around them and that they're probably two of the driest pieces of wood we have. I cannot let her burn these. Haha. Alright, down here at the 6-inch joiner, I want to show you what I'm after. Actually, maybe I'll take you over here. So, I don't know if you can see that. Well, yes you can. The ribbon and the figure in this wood is phenomenal. There's no water on it. There's no nothing. This is a piece of firewood. I was going to burn it, but instead we're going to make something nice out of it. Alright, went upstairs to get the old action cam out so you could see this one as I'm working it through. But I mean, look at the figure in that. How awesome is that? So I'm going to try to save as much of this as I can. What's really hard is the way it broke when it cut. So you can see what I'm trying to do is flatten this ridge out as close as I can. And this guy's loud, and I wanted to get at least one action shot for you. So alright, that's what we got. I mean, check the figure out. You can already see it. There's no finish on this. This is fresh off the joiner. You can see the dimension. I'm going to show you that I'm not going to get crazy about getting all this yet, because I could be wasting my time, and I could just put a 45 on there, a bevel, which would really show off this figure in more dimensions. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. LOL, you guys, safety boys, are going to have to calm down on that one. I ain't showing you how I'm operating this, but this is what we got here so far. And we're going to do the other one up, and I'll show you both of them side by side. Just want to show you the first person perspective of what's going on here. We're going to cut all this wane off. Alright, that's what we ended up with for waste material with cut-offs. And these are the two pieces we ended up with for figure pieces. So we got a little brown heartwood on this side, which we're going to avoid. But there's our nice figured edge. You can see it as the light passes over it. And here's another nice figured edge. And this one is less particular, but I think that's the way we're going to do it. And I want the top piece to have more detail, and you'll see why here shortly. This we can finally go burn. Alright guys, time to show you the DeWalt DW735 planer. This is a goodie. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but it is definitely a phenomenal tool if you can get your hands on one. I'm going to use this to thin these boards out to a reasonable thickness. Now that I've got flat faces and I can see grain, I'm going to start taking some off this side with this heartwood, brown wood on it. To me, that's an imperfection when you look at the rest of this beautiful face here. So I've kind of marked them up in the way I want to fashion them, and I really don't know what my final dimensions are yet. I'm going to kind of let the wood tell me. One thing this little job site blower is good for. Now I can bring it back inside and put it away. I've used this several times in my life, and every time I use it, it's such a wonderful experience. It's a good one. Take care of it, it'll take care of you. I just wiped it down, blew it off. I'm going to put it away now. I'm cutting from this end to avoid this wane, but I also need to avoid this cracking called checking. So there's still some checking in this cut, so I'm going to keep sneaking up on it to make this as long as I can. I'd like 12 inches on this piece. Got a saw stop set. So we're going to end up with a little bit of wane on the bottom side of this, which is okay. I really wanted to do this in natural light outside, but it's so windy. But check these pieces out. This is what I ended up with for the top piece. What I'm calling the top piece. Check that figure out. Man, for firewood that looks pretty good, huh? Don't you think? I'm calling the bottom piece. This is all the figure that's in there. Yeah. Told you, gold. There are my two pieces all milled and chamfered. And now we're gonna add some metal to it. Some stainless steel. Please check out the channel, these Milwaukee grinders. I have a review. They are awesome. I want 13 inches of stainless steel rod between these two pieces. Then I want 1 inch going up into each piece. So I'm gonna cut 2 at 15. These I'm gonna clean them up real nice before I even start test fitting. So I chucked them up in this drill. Got a piece of sandpaper. I'm just gonna go at it. Look how nice that's going to look with the old gold wood. I'm going to test drill one of the cutoff chunks with a 3/8 drill bit that I have to see how tight this fits. I got a kind of a wobbly drill press, and if I wanted to use the mini mill I could, but it would require me to clean it up pretty good. There's my sample piece and my laid out holes. And I'm going to actually pilot drill these with a smaller drill bit first, just to make sure they go exactly where I want them. So I had to break out the mini lathe, and the reason why is because I have to make at least 13 of these little pins. I cut these on the chop saw real quick, and I just clean up the ends, and this is kind of the variation that I got. And so now I'm going to pick on the smallest one and try to make them all roughly that same size. And this is the way I decided to get them as even as possible, and that looks as good enough to me. So I'm working my way through these, just chucking them back up in the mini mill and then just kind of eyeballing and trying to make the same looking groove. I'm not being ultra precise about this. In the end, there's some definite variations, but nothing we can't live with. Alright, this is the layout I'm trying to post up. I'm going to have to lay out these holes, and I know it's lucky number 13, but it's going to be worth it. I did a test hole in the scrap piece. Now you can see what I'm trying to do with those studs. Boy, I cannot tell you guys how happy that I am done with that, and that I got all the holes in the locations that I wanted. If you look at the layout lines, you can see kind of how ridiculous it was, but I used the mini mill to hit these on point. I thought about drilling these at an angle, but instead of doing that and milling them at an angle, I did this. And you should be able to guess now what this is for. Well, this is tedious, but finishing these up by hand with some sandpaper, making them look nice and shiny. There it is, all sanded. And I think I'm at 220 right now. I'm going to try to go to 400, and then I'm just going to oil finish this stuff, because I really don't have much time. This is the product I'm going to use, and we'll see how that works. Look at that figure pop. There are our two pieces all finished up. So now the final assembly, I'm going to put these pins in, and then I'm just going to slide the rods in, set it up. Here's product time. Oh yeah, check that bad boy out. The butcher's wax finish with the stainless steel pins and uprights in the curly or white birch. I don't know what it was exactly, but curly birch. But hopefully it comes through. Not too bad, made from a couple pieces of firewood, huh? If you guys like DIY content, do-it-yourself type of stuff, there's another video coming out about this lawnmower here. So you should check the channel out for the build-up of that. And then this is going to conclude this video. So this is MTR FAB, signing off. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. I need you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm out. If you guys do your own stuff and you like other people who just do random stuff, you don't want to watch the same stuff every day, my channel is a good place to start. Please come back. Happy Valentine's Day to my lady.